It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on the dual-threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Condors and the Jaguars under the lights on Sunday night.
Smack dab in the middle. The buys are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz. Wentz first play going right to the air.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. On play action, it's Wentz. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk laying himself out in the end zone. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. After the touchdown, Kirk now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 77 yards and a touchdown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now a play fake. Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead, ETN. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz going to throw. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Gets this out wide to Pickens. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7 and a Tokyo 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 42.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Now 2nd and 3. Wentz. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run with ETN. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, People have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Third down at 6.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw out wide is incomplete. Here's Jordan Stout now.
Jordan Stout in punt formation.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
Now Wentz on third down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Condors nothing.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Tokyo first down.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 20.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
And it's third down.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now Justin Tucker is out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
Now fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go again with Etienne. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 15. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. And a Tokyo 1st down.
Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Felisano and Milliken.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Offense's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
ETN once more.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd down and 4.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 touchdown passes.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
That went into the hands of Flowers.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Terrell Basham.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another tote for Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now Wentz.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Roquan Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter, how to adjust, and how to get home, as they like to say.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd and 4. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Condors.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Jaguars' 46-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
A gain of 14. And a Tokyo first down.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 19 yards away. And the Condors are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
Draw play, ETN.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six.
The tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Wentz on the bootleg.
Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Marcus Williams getting the secondary. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think
So many ways to try and counteract it, but in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Flowers. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st down, Condors.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. George Pickens from 8 yards out. Imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And now out come the Jags. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. Now Wentz.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Condors.
To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught inside the 5. And what a big-time play there. 56 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Dobbins is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Gus Edwards
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Condors have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for ETN.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Motion man left is Kirk. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Wentz. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So Lamar Jackson and the offense down by a field goal. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson.
That went into the hands of Flowers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
Into the hands of Beckham.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st down. He'll find Bateman once more.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Flush to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here taken in by Ingram.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Eric Armstead coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Terrell Basham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They bring their punter out there now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. On the return, here's Agnew. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jones has it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
A give running right, Etienne. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars have won the game.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome.